Hello, good morning. As the sun rises in the sky, another day starts. Another day of the week. Monday. Monday, a little after 7 in the morning. I'll turn the camera around and you can see the sun coming up. You know, dating sites. I think many of you have maybe visited one or two of those in the process of trying to find yourself a Filipina, somebody who you can maybe share a lifetime, what's left of it, with you. And there's no doubt that many of you do find success in locating that special woman. Now, that's fine, but is it the best way? I really don't think it is, because like my friend Zach, he's been over here now for another week, just about a week now. And in that time, he's seen a few other ladies that he'd not seen before, and some that he had. But what seems to come across in his conversations with me is that, to use an expression in Australia or England, it's a bit like tire kickers. Those that haven't gone on dating sites will not know yet that they cost us a lot of money. That's the men, to get the opportunity to sort through a list of many hundreds of individual applicants, so to speak. But for the women, it costs them, I believe, nothing. So there's a smorgasbord available out there of women, but the men have to pay for it. No money, no honey. And that's so true. For many of the women that Zach found, he came across a very interesting point, that often they asked for the traditional, I haven't got enough load to talk to you, can you send me some load? Or if it even gets further than that, is I've only got 20 pesos to get me to your hotel, can you send me some money? It's only then that he discovers, with a very simple ploy, who are the time wasters and who are the genuine ones, or at least partially genuine. What he does is he says to them, look, hang on a minute, you don't need to send you any money. What I'll do is I'll pay for you to have a grab all the way to the hotel. You can travel in luxury, don't have to worry about anything, just door-to-door service. And guess what? 95% of those don't take him up. In fact, they block him. I wonder why. So if you sent her 1,000 pesos to get to you, or 500, would you see her again? Probably not. Therefore, offering to send them a grab to pick them up is often a good way of sifting through the genuine ones and not so genuine. And he's been doing that. And some have claimed that they're a long way away, maybe a few islands away, and trying to persuade him to commit, when it's not too hard for a man to commit. After all, so many of you who come here think you're at a disadvantage some way. I can assure you you're not. You're what they want. Now, what they want is completely different from maybe what you're considering they want. because for them, a lot of the time they just are lonely. They want to try out and see if they can attract you. And of course they can. What can they attract you with? Their beauty, their sexy body, seductive photos. But at the end of the day, they're probably just filling in time. They have no intention of taking that next step, going forward and meeting you even for a coffee. Least of all a visit to the hotel, which of course we all know is an invitation to get to know each other a little bit better. You know, so many of the women that Zach has found, and he's not particularly different from anybody else using the dating sites, but he's noticed there's not the commitment, not the real genuine connection, the wish to get to know you in a personal way. So one wonders whether the dating sites are just a play tool for Filipino women to test the waters and see whether men are attracted to them, rather than look for a genuine relationship with a Filipina and a foreigner, of which the foreigner is definitely interested in making the connection. But it appears that the Filipina is less willing to take that first step. Of course, when they think that you're not so interested in them, maybe when you've been told that you can come and meet the family, oh, that's a bit of a scary moment, isn't it? But in reality, it shows you that she's maybe serious about you, because she wants to run you past the scrutiny of her family, which of course gives you an opportunity to see her in her own environment with her family, to feel whether or not the family are on board with the idea of you getting together. But it is so important that many of you realize that before you can truly look to finding a perfect partner, you have to re-examine whether you yourself are ready for that commitment too. Because for those that are genuine Filipina looking for a foreigner, they've already made that decision that if they snare the right man, if they're prepared to go to the next point, that you are also prepared to commit to them. And that sounds a pretty fair deal. But don't kid yourself that there are a lot of players out there, a lot of guys and a lot of women too, who really have no more fascination in you than they do a boring book. They just are playing the dating game here in the Philippines. Bye now.